Welcome to the How to Design a Tabletop Game series with Cogito Design. If you've just joined us, this is a video series where we invite you to join us as we progress along the entire creation from conception to production of a tabletop game. Last episode, we discussed the importance of playtesting and gave you the chance to test our latest game, Gonza Index, a card-based game that's competitive, fast-paced and involves dice chucking. Players trade shares in the most valuable stock market in the Solar 175 universe. Some choose to sabotage their opponents, whilst others follow their lead to reap the rewards. We were blown away by the responses we received from you and how many great ideas you have given us to make the Gonza Index a really special experience. For those who don't know already, Gonza Index is designed to fit in the universe of our upcoming big box release, Solar 175, which is live now on Kickstarter. To get your hands on both Solar 175 and Gonza Index, then the all-in Kickstarter Deluxe pledge is waiting for you. I've linked the Kickstarter page in the description below. Head there now to check out all the options and to explore even more. Now, this episode will look at some of the best ideas we received from your playtests of Gonza Index and how the game has changed and improved because of it. The first and most important thing we received from you were questions. It may seem strange as most people think of feedback as being in the form of suggestions and ideas, but in fact, the questions you get from playtesters are often the most useful part. If a player is struggling to understand something about your game, it is generally a good rule of thumb to assume this is the game's fault. A perfect game will be understood by everyone easily, and so even if one player finds it hard to understand something, you should take that seriously. Mistakes are a huge issue for tabletop game designers. In video games, the programming of the game can be an aid to save players from themselves, blocking them from walking endlessly in the wrong direction, or adjusting difficulty if they seem stuck in an area. For tabletop games, players are on their own. All they have are what you provide in the box, and so these tools have to be effective. The questions we received have therefore been really instrumental in the development of the rulebook for the game, along with other learning tools, such as the reference cards and even the iconography of the game. So if you've asked a question, I would like to say now, thank you very, very much. The suggestions we received from you were also amazingly helpful. We would particularly like to mention Michael, Karina and Martin, who went above and beyond to give us some really detailed feedback on their experiences with Gonza Index, and whose questions and ideas led us to making some important improvements to our game. One excellent suggestion was the iconography of the dice. We have two icons which indicate you can manipulate a stock up or down, and these were really quite similar. We had several players mention this as an issue, and so we have adjusted the icons to make them more obviously distinct. We also had several requests for the inclusion of a solo mode, and so this is also something we have put in the development, and I hope to cover this in a future video. We also received a great idea about how to use the event cards. These event cards simulate real-world events affecting the stock market and also act as the clock for the game. We initially had these cards drawn blind from a deck. However, this felt a little too random for our tastes, so we switched to having the next event be visible for all to see. This, however, is a little unthematic, as not all stock traders can predict the future with 100% accuracy. So we got the suggestion to include hints on the back of the cards as to the type of corporation that the next card will affect. This one, for example, indicates that tech corporations will be impacted, but will that be up or down? This allows for the events to remain thematic whilst not making them too random to spoil the gameplay. It is a really innovative solution, and we are very grateful to Martin for the idea. There were many more changes we made to the game thanks to your feedback, and we will be uploading a new version of the Gonza Index rules to our website soon, so check that out to see all the new additions. Thank you once again for all the excellent feedback, questions and suggestions. Gonza Index is undoubtedly a better experience thanks to your input. Solar 175 and Gonza Index are live on Kickstarter right now. I've copied the link to the campaign below, and if you would consider supporting this project, it is something we would really appreciate, as these games simply cannot be made without your support. If you found this video useful, please like and subscribe, it would be very much appreciated. And last but not least, a massive shout out to our loyal patrons who help us bring you these videos on our Cogito Design channel. Thank you. See you next time. Bye.